Scientologist is someone who can look at the world and really see what it is. Not only look at it and see it, but be able to go and be effective and do something about it.
Tom Cruise talking about Scientology in a video made in 2008. He and Katie Holmes signed a divorce settlement today, less than 2 weeks after she filed. And with speculation that Scientology played a role in that split, former Scientologist Nancy Manni, author of My Billion-Year Contract, joins me, along with mental health counsellor Steve Hassan, author of Freedom of Mind, and Anthea Butler, an associate professor of religious studies and graduate chair of religion at the University of Pennsylvania. Welcome to you all. Let me start with you, Anthea Butler. A lot of talk in the last few days about Scientology because of the Tom Cruise split from his wife. What is Scientology? Put it into context for anyone who hears the word and has no real idea what it means.
Yeah, well, Scientology was started by L. Ron Hubbard, first with a book called Dianetics in 1950. And at first, this book, Dianetics, was about changing your life, making things better for yourself. And in 1951, because of the success of the book, L. Ron Hubbard believed that this could go further. It could be a religion. And so that's how it started. Scientology is basically a way of clearing out the bad things in your life to make things better. But it is a very complicated, what we would call in sociology, a new religious movement.
I mean, is it a religion? You're a professor of religion. You study many, many religions.
Well, I tell people, because I do study religion, that I study it, but I'm not going to make the judgment call of whether it's a religion or not. I think the way you have to look at Scientology is how people are practicing this religion, first off, and then secondarily, how does that religion interact with other traditions of faith? How does it interact with the government, et cetera, et cetera? So while I am not comfortable saying it is not a religion because it's something I would teach and study, let's say in a sociology of religion class, I'm sure there are lots of people who have different opinions about whether it's a religion or not.
Tom Cruise and Katie issued a statement today saying we are committed to working together as parents to accomplish what is in our daughter series' best interest. We want to keep matters affecting our family private and express our respect for each other's commitment to each other, of our respective beliefs, and support each other's roles as parents. No mention there of Scientology. We bring in Steve Hassan, who's the author and mental health counsellor. One of the big theories is that effectively Katie Holmes got fed up with the whole Scientology aspect of this marriage. We don't actually know if that's true or not. But if you assume that that was becoming a problem in the relationship, how easy is it to leave a Scientology relationship like this?
Well, Piers, ever since I left the Moonies in 1976, I've been actually talking with people involved with Scientology, coming out of Scientology. Later, I became a mental health professional and have helped innumerable people coming out of it. It's incredibly difficult because the indoctrination, first of all, it starts with deceptive recruitment, but the indoctrination, the hypnotic techniques that are used in the training routines, the processing that goes on, the installation of phobias, that if you leave the group, you're losing the bridge to total freedom. The phobias that if you go to a mental health professional, you'll go insane, you'll get cancer, you'll be hit by a car. And the process itself of indoctrination actually creates a dissociative state where a person kind of has a Scientology self and a real self.
Let me turn to you, Nancy Manni. You were in the Scientology church. What was the experience like for you?
Well, I must say something. Scientology may be working now as a religion, but I was involved for 23 years, and I worked with Hubbard himself for a large portion of that time. And I can tell you that I was raised Catholic, and I never would have joined a church. And I was clearly shown policy letters by L. Ron Hubbard himself, the founder of Scientology, where he said that the religion side of things was for the legal and attorneys and accountants only, that the day-to-day business would not change. So what I joined was a self-help organization. We sold counseling, we sold courses, we sold books, and they were set fees, and people either liked them or they didn't. And there were a lot of people that really enjoyed that. Now, further on the line, I'm working with Hubbard directly.
Do people wildly exaggerate the Scientologists?
It depends on your experience, and just like when you put your foot into a moving river, it's going to be different every time. And every individual that has a contact with Scientology has a very different understanding. They have a key core organization, which Tom Cruise is very connected with, called the Sea Organization, and that's where the individuals sign their billion-year contracts. Now, Suri and Katie are public Scientologists. That's different. When you are committed to the billion-year contract, you are a member of a group that controls basically 24/7 your entire life. And that is not the case with Katie or Suri. They have a lot more freedom available to them. But again, the age that Suri is at she's ready for school. And there is a choice there for her parents as to whether it's going to be a Scientology school or any other kind of school.
Well, for now, Nancy Manni, Steve Hassin, and Anthea Butler, thank you all very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Piers.
Thank you.